In a peaceful village, a little girl named Adaeze was born into a home full of love and light. But fate had other plans. Adaeze was only 5 years old when death came like a thief in the night and snatched her mother Nneka away. Her mother, a kind-hearted woman, loved by everyone, had fallen ill suddenly and died before the cock could crow twice. From that day, Adaeze's world changed completely. Left with her father, Chief Obinna, a wealthy cocoa merchant, Adaeze found herself leaning on housemaid Amara, who during her mother's lifetime was gentle and caring. But time is a revealer of hearts. For 3 whole years, Adaeze watched her father's eye grow dim with grief, and his laughter became rare like rain in harmattan. The house became a silent grave, but Amara remained kind, feeding her, brushing her hair, and sometimes even telling her moonlight tales when thunder rolled in the sky. One quiet evening, as the harmattan breeze danced through the mango tree, Adaeze, now 8 years old, knelt before her father and said, Papa, I want you to marry Auntie Amara. She's the only one that makes me smile again. Chief Obinna looked at his daughter with clouded eye. He resisted at first, saying he wasn't ready. But months passed and he noticed Adaeze had stopped singing. The girl who once danced under the moonlight, now she sat by the window, always waiting for something or someone. So, out of love for his daughter, he agreed. He paid Amara's bride price, and all the necessary ceremony was carried out, and Amara became his wife. And for the first time in years, laughter returned in the house again. But as Igbo elders say, when a goat starts smiling, it might be planning to bite. 2 years after the wedding, tragedy struck again. Chief Obinna died in a mysterious accident while returning from a business trip. Now orphaned at just 10, Adaeze's nightmare began. Amara, now the madam of the house, revealed her true face. A cruel woman driven by greed and jealousy. She seized all of Obinna's properties, threw out his relatives, and turned Adaeze into a house girl in her own father's house. From dawn till dusk, Adaeze swept, fetched water, cooked for Amara's children, Chisom, a girl, and Ibuka, a boy, who mocked her constantly, calling her Nwanyocho, a cursed girl. She was derived school, beaten for breathing too hard. And when she cried, Amara would say, Stop crying like your useless mother who left this world early. If you die now, I will dance. But Adaeze always held on. She always remembers her mother's last words before dying, which is, My beautiful daughter, Ada, no matter how hot the fire gets, gold never melts, it shines. At 17, Adaeze met a kind woman from her mother's village, Aunty Ngozi, who had once known Nneka. So moved by the girl's suffering, she took her to live in Oka with her and enrolled her in tailoring school. Adaeze worked so hard to become someone in life. At 20 years, Adaeze had started sewing already. Her sewing was the talk of the town. Her designs reached Lagos, Abuja, and even Accra. One day, at a fashion exhibition which took part at Enugu, a young billionaire named Chijioke, owner of the famous Maduka Groups, saw her designs and fell in love with them. He didn't just fall for her craft, he fell for her courage, her grace, and her fire. He approached her and requested to be his friend. Their friendship grew from love to strength, and after a year, they got married in a grand ceremony attended by the governor himself. Adaeze finally had peace. She built her own mansion in the same town where she once fetched water with torn slippers. But time, as we know, does not forget. 5 years after Adaeze's wedding, a shocking image began circulating on social media. Amara and her children begging in an open market square. Amara, who remarried after a year her husband died, was duped by her second husband and disappeared. Her children were out of school. They slept under the bridge. Fate had turned its will against them. One rainy morning, Amara found herself at a church gate, barefooted, holding a begging bowl. A sleek black Range Rover parked in front of her. The door opened, and there stood Adaeze. Not the scared little girl of yesterday, but a queen in silk and gold. Amara, on seeing Adaeze, was shocked. She fell to her knees and pleaded, "Mom, Biko, forgive me." Adaeze looked at her and smiled. She said to her, "I forgive you, but God is the one that lifted me. Go and ask him why gold must pass through fire." So this is the story of Adaeze, a girl who saw hell in her own father's house, but walked out of the fire wearing a crown. Moral lesson. Dear child watching this, never let pain define you. Let it refine you. So thank you for watching this story. Kindly share this story with your loved ones. Let me know your thoughts about this story in the comment section below. Until my next video. Love you guys. Bye.